Hi, my name is Ryan Harris with IC Bus. Today we're going to talk about the electric CE school bus. Let's take a look. Not only does the new electric CE series have a modern look and feel, it comes equipped with some key updates for customers. Some of the new updates include a completely redesigned driver's area that takes accessibility and comfort to a whole new level and provides drivers with a greater visibility and integrated safety features. Stock shifter with 3-level selectable regenerative braking, which improves drivers' ergonomics and keeps the driver's eyes on the road ahead. Dash AC including improved defrost performance over our prior model, giving drivers more comfort. Hill assist functionality, LED headlights and daytime running lights, enhanced body heat, improving passengers' comfort, Bendix IntelliPark electric parking brake, first lights fully illuminated school bus signs, and stop arms for improved visibility on the roads. Next generation look and feel with a new front end design and a driver's first themed interior with a comfortable environment where switches are accessible, visibility is enhanced, and drivers feel more confident and empowered than ever before in their capabilities to navigate their daily routes.
Welcome to Under the Hood on the right-hand side of the electric school bus. You'll note that we do still have a radiator under hood. We also have a coolant reservoir. These no longer cool an engine, but now they cool the high voltage components in the drive system that are not high volt batteries. We also have a device called the high voltage distribution unit here with the high voltage label on it. As orange cables coming out, these are look but don't touch. High voltage cables are indicated in orange. Welcome to the driver's side under hood of the electric school bus. We have a few items to point out on this side of the bus that it may be a little bit different than a diesel. You'll note that we have a common power steering system as far as mechanical parts and also the reservoir. What's a little bit different is the hydraulic pump is now run by an electric motor instead of a belt. The last thing that we want to point out on this side of the bus is going to be this coolant reservoir. This is for the cabin heater cooling system. Here on the right-hand side of the school bus, we have a component called the battery thermal management system. The job of this component is to keep the battery at a temperature that is good for efficiency and battery health. The bus is equipped with both 12-volt and high-volt cutoff switches. The 12-volt is in the normal location and disables all 12-volt powered aspects of the vehicle. The high-volt switch is in the panel under the driver's window and is intended for use by technicians and first responders to isolate the high-voltage system. This is our charge port. We offer it in the front or the back. It is a combo charging system style port that does AC or DC charging. We also have a status light and a stop button. There's a decal inside the door that lets you know what that light means and how the session is going.
Here are the best practices for charging. Charge port and plug are not energized until a session starts. Start session by removing dust caps from the charge port. Insert charge handle fully until you hear a click. You will notice the charge indicator light. For example, green flashing indicates an active charge session. To end the charge session, press button. Please note the emergency plug lock cable is for emergency uses only. Let's go over the startup procedure on your electric school bus. Once you have your seatbelt and mirror situated, it's time to start the bus. Put the key in the ignition and turn the key to the run position. At this time, the driver will hear the bus do several system checks. Once those are completed, put your foot firmly on the service brake and turn the key to the traditional crank position. You will hear several things including high voltage motor, several fluid pumps initiate at this time. Once the high voltage systems are ready, the driver enable indicator will illuminate. Now the bus is ready to drive. All right, so now let's go through the dash cluster. At the top, you'll see we have primary and auxiliary tanks for your air brakes and other components in the system. On the left, you'll find you have propulsion, and that is for the power that's going in and out of the vehicle. The fuel gauge at the top will show you the percent till empty, and the bottom will show you miles till empty. On the right side, you'll see this regular speedometer with miles per hour and the voltage. You'll see the drive indicator, drive, neutral, reverse. In the center of the cluster, you'll see a 1, 2, and 3 for your regenerative braking. Notice the backlighting on the driver's controls and switches. Hill hold is now standard, giving drivers added confidence when starting on hills by preventing rollback. The system automatically engages during the driver's transition from brake pedal to accelerator, holding the vehicle for up to 3 seconds after brake release, and confirms engagement with a dash indicator. It's a smart feature that supports drivers in every stop and go moment. Now let's talk about regenerative braking. Now integrated into the stock shifter, providing optimum accessibility for the driver. During regenerative braking, the drive motor converts the momentum of the moving vehicle into electrical energy, which is stored in the high voltage batteries. There are 3 driver selectable levels of regenerative braking, level 1 being the lowest level of energy recovery, with level 3 being the highest level of energy recovery and the most notable braking strength. Once you've selected the level of regenerative braking on the stock shifter itself, it will be displayed on the digital dash cluster while the vehicle is in motion. For those who have not yet experienced an electric vehicle with regenerative braking, you will notice that as you drive, you can control the regen feel and intensity via the throttle position. This can feel unnatural at first due to the tendency to apply traditional brakes when going downhill. Regen braking will bring the bus down to 3 miles per hour and then allow the vehicle to coast. This is when traditional brakes are necessary to complete a full stop.
This is your electric CE school bus. Learn more at icbus.com.